What is going on, everybody? It's your boy the SLAP Train. Welcome back to R Factor. This is day number 3 right now of R Factor week, and today we are ripping the Team Burst S13, running down the initial D mountain. I believe this is supposed to be stage 5 or something like that. I read on the map. Oh my god, yo, I'm up already. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so today, as I said, we're running this mountain. This mountain was probably the funnest track that I have played in this game in the entire map selection. Now, this is my first time running this map, so I really had no idea what to expect going around these corners, and I think that was the most fun part about this, was knowing, I really don't know anything going around these, right? So I mean, when you're doing Iberian, you know, Suba, stuff like that, you know the layout, you know what to do. You're kind of in like, not like a zombie state, but you're kind of just going with the motions because you know what you're doing. But when you're running a track for the first time, and let alone a big track, you can't see the end of it, you can't see really the next corner, you really have to be on your toes. You got to know how to react to the car whenever it makes, you know, that one little motion that you don't know. Like right there, I had to slam on those brakes. Oh my god! I had to slam on those brakes because I knew that my ass was going to be probably clipping that damn guard if I didn't. So there's just little stuff that are in the game that you really enjoy because you really don't know the track, right? And it's as simple as that. But what I did want to talk to you guys today for a quick little short session is just how I got into drifting and what drifting means to me and how you guys can get better. So drifting to me, it started out in Forza 2, and I wasn't one of those guys, you know, that before Forza I was huge into drifting and was like, oh my god, you know, I love drifting, this and that. No, what happened was I used to play a lot of Need for Speed as a kid, you know, big body kits, neon, stuff like that. And really, when I found the Need for Speed genre, I was really happy. I had a lot of fun with it. It was right around the year that Fast and the Furious was coming out, so I was getting even more hyped about cars. I've always loved cars as a kid, always, but never really got into the drifting scene or really the import scene in general. I was always, I guess, like American Muscle guy. That's what my dad owned as a kid. He had a 66 Impala, or it was a 65 Impala SS as a kid growing up, and I used to love that thing, and I was always about the muscle cars and stuff like that. So really, when I saw Need for Speed and Fast and Furious, it was all new to me, you know what I mean? It was all new, and I absolutely loved it, and that's what really brought me in to the car scene. And after that, I had a PS3 for the longest time. You know, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty, this and that. Didn't really play a lot of the racing games. If I did, it was a lot of the Need for Speed genres. So with saying that, I actually play with my buddy all the time on every game. We used to play everything together. Need for Speed Underground 2, Call of Duty, and he was a good friend from school, you know, we hung out a lot. And he ended up calling me up one day and he goes, man, I just got an Xbox 360, I picked up Forza, you're gonna love this. Come down, play it. And I ended up going down, ended up playing it, and I absolutely had a ball. It blew Gran Turismo out of the water, and right after I was finished, I was like, man, you know what? I gotta get one of these. So I ended up picking up an Xbox 360, ended up picking up Forza 2, and really the rest was history for Forza. And really it just kind of came down to just learning what the community was doing at the time. And I'd go into lobbies, you know, and they'd be drifting, and I'd be like, oh, what's, you know, like, what are you guys doing? How are you guys drifting? What's the tunes that you guys use? Stuff like that, you know, stuff that you guys are asking me. I was once you back in the day. So that's just kind of an eye-opener for you guys, is that everybody starts out somewhere. Everybody starts with a base, and it's up to you if you want to build on that base and make it as high as you possibly want to go. You know what I mean? I can't even explain to you guys how many man hours I've put into putting a car sideways. It is just absolutely ridiculous. Some may think it's stupid, you know, you're just kind of sliding the car around, and that's completely fine, but there is a certain finesse, there's a certain art to what we do as drifters, and really I find that there's a lot of creativity involved. There's a lot of passion in what everybody does on a day-to-day basis with drifting, And really the community is an amazing community to get into. A lot of you guys are very, very willing to help out anybody and everyone, as long as within reason. You know, they're not needy, stuff like that, you know what I mean? They're not, you know what I'm talking about. But it's an amazing adventure to get into drifting. If you guys ever end up starting out, or if you guys are starting out, my best advice for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys ask for me, is really just keep doing it. And really that is the only way that you're going to get better. And I say this from experience. My first few days with the wheel, my entire Menace Rides crew can attest to this. My first week, 2 weeks with this damn wheel was hell. And I went through periods of time where I wanted to break this damn wheel in half. I almost put this up on Kijiji to sell, and the actual Ebrake mod saved me, because I could not reach the Ebrake going around corners, and it was a big problem for me. So that actual Ebrake mod saved my Fanatec wheel. Otherwise I probably would have sold it right away. But yeah, I mean, I went through periods of the week where I was spinning out. If you go back and watch a lot of my older videos with the wheel, you guys can see from there is that I was absolutely trash. I was horrid. And really it just comes down to just practice, 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 finding that tune that works for you. Don't go off anybody else's tune. Do your own tunes. I used to do that as well too. I used to, you know, I'd try to find tunes for cars, this and that. The only times that I will buy tunes now is for like a wheelie drift or something like that, or I don't know, like a drag tune, right? But not a drifting tune. A drifting tune is essentially your own type of tune. This is where you get to personalize your drifting car. You know what I mean? Like, this is the car is a symbol of you as a person when you're sliding, and that's the way I like to think of these. And really, when I go into lobbies, I like the car to represent myself. I mean, whether it be a drift missile or something like that, I love my drift missiles. But just really having fun with drifting, and remembering when I see a lot of these guys, you know, going into public lobbies and they're getting really upset when you know, they lose a drift or stuff like that. This is probably gonna sound the stupidest thing or the most cliche thing, but keep drifting fun, guys. I'm telling you this from experience. I went through times where I've been at a down point in drifting where I just didn't want to drift anymore. You know, I got bored of it. And I went back to the roots of my drifting, which was really just by myself, kicking it, having a good time. And R Factor has really helped me do this, because a lot of the tracks on Forza now I've done. You know, I've finished, I've done, and R Factor has really brought out the best of my drifting experience again. And I think it's just in time for Forza. I think it's just in time for you guys to watch as well too. So I'm glad that you guys get to experience R Factor with me, and I cannot thank each and every one of you guys for making this R Factor week probably one of the best weeks on my channel in a long ass time. We've probably accumulated almost 15 to 20,000 views in 2 days alone. So for that, guys, thank you guys very much. We're gonna have a lot more R Factor videos coming. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts or experiences with drifting as a kid, starting up, how you guys got involved, stuff like that too. So make sure you guys leave a like if you guys did enjoy it, favorite it as well too if you guys want. Other than that, gentlemen, we're going to be coming back at you guys later on today with another Honda build or something special for you guys. I'm not exactly, oh my god, yo, we flipped that bitch. But anyway, gentlemen, thank you guys very much for watching. It's your boy the SLAP Train. Make sure you guys come on back for tomorrow. R Factor day number 4 is going to be all kinds of crazy, gentlemen. I'm out. Peace.